Right, come with us, boys. Two Brits trying visiting Walmart for the first time, aren't we, boy?
Yeah, we're going Walmart.
What? Yeah, like. Do it then.
What's going on? This might be the best barbecue food I've ever eaten in my whole entire existence. This is incredible.
All right, so there is something about Walmart in particular that is just like fascinating to European tourists. And the videos that World Cup fans from other countries have been posting about American culture have been both really funny but also really important. A reminder to Americans that America isn't that bad. Taylor Brett and Oliver Henry are both here for the World Cup. They are from the United Kingdom. Oliver actually got to meet the president last night. Guys, it's great to have you. Oliver, you met the president of the United States. How does something like that happen?
Honestly, I don't really know. I've come out for the World Cup. I came to Dallas, Texas, and started documenting my journey on social media. And the content sort of blew up. It went viral. And the great American people started a GoFundMe to help keep me in America whilst I was here, which took me to Boston. And just before I boarded my flight to Boston, I got a message from the White House to say that I've been invited to Freedom 250 and there's a potential opportunity to meet the president. And yeah, one thing after another happened, everything went right, and I managed to get an opportunity to meet President Trump.
Wait, did you think that was real? Like, I would have been like, nope, spam, deleted.
I was with my friends at the time, and it was a message request on Instagram, and I just happened to see it because I've been getting flooded with thousands of supportive messages from different Americans from all over the country,
right,
to give me support, saying I've helped reinvigorate their love for America. And I just happened to see that one, and luckily it started with, I'm from official communications at the White House, and when you see something like that, it definitely catches your eye.
Taylor, how would you react if I told you there are millions of Americans in this country right now who hate America, who hate democracy, who are offended by the American flag and our way of life? How would you react to that?
Well, if you'd asked me a couple of weeks ago, just judging off what I see through the media, I would have understood it. But once I've been to America, I can't understand it. I think America is probably one of the greatest countries I've ever been to.
What is it about America? Because I think for a lot of Americans, myself included, like, I've been to Europe, but I always think that Europeans kind of look down on our way of life. And I don't know, the last couple of weeks, all of the tourists, yourself included, that's kind of changed it. What is it about America?
I think it's just the people, really. Like, one thing me and my boys, when we left America, all we kept saying was how nice and how patriotic everyone is that works there. In England, if you went into a fast food restaurant, most people would be quite miserable. In America, everyone's so happy to be there, so like grateful that you're there, want to know about you, want to speak to you. Like, it was a real like breath of fresh air, really.
Yeah, I love hearing this. Oliver, this is essentially how the BBC is characterizing the World Cup right now back in the United Kingdom. Take a look.
Donald Trump has long sought to restrict who can come into America, and that's having consequences for this tournament.
Some of my favourite social media content is often like football fans at the World Cup. Like, people will try and take pictures with like every fan from every country and all that kinds of stuff. You just wonder if, yeah, the vibe might be a bit different.
And you've also got the political backdrop in terms of just not feeling welcome in making the trips. Because of the whole situation around all those aspects, those international travellers aren't going to arrive, the hotel rooms aren't going to be filled, and the local economies are not going to get the uplift that FIFA said they were going to receive.
All right, so Oliver, I mean, that's totally different from what you guys are telling me, but that's what like your friends and family back home are hearing from the BBC.
Well, they're not hearing that from me. I encourage anyone hearing that from the BBC to come out and try it for themselves, especially the part about welcoming people from different nations and taking photos with each other. When I first landed, it was in Dallas, and there was an overlap between a game between the Netherlands and the Japanese,
right,
and a game between the English and the Croatians. So there was a huge mix of different people and cultures within Dallas at the time, and everyone got on fantastically. There was parties in the street. We were at the honky-tonk bars, and everyone was having a great time getting along with each other.
I'm glad to hear that. Taylor, so I know you've gone to Texas Barbecue. We have the video of that. Texas Barbecue is unbelievable. You've been to Chili's, Chick-fil-A, Popeyes. Like these are great places. But there's a lot of you get into the second layer of America, and there are a lot of other places that are good. Have you heard about this thing where people, particularly from the United Kingdom, are trying to get ranch dressing and as much of it as possible back to the UK? What is it about ranch dressing?
You know, I actually haven't heard of that rumor going around, but I can understand why people are trying to do it, because the ranch dressing was really good. Maybe I saw a lot of comments on my TikTok from Americans criticizing that we don't have much flavor or seasoning in England. So that's probably what it is. We're probably just trying to get a bit of extra flavor back to the UK.
Oliver, are you bringing anything back with you?
Not yet. I've got a nice little memento from the president himself, but I've not packed any ranch dressing or any sauces yet.
What did he give you?
Just a little memento of meeting him. It's like a medallion type.
I love it.
Medal. I don't know what you'd call it.
Look, like if a paperweight, I think, but if I went to London, like the King's not inviting me to Buckingham Palace, guaranteed, by the way, or the outgoing Keir Starmer, guaranteed he's not inviting me to 10 Downing Street. I'm glad you guys are here. Enjoy America, and I'm glad you guys were able to join us. Thank you. Appreciate it. Taylor Brett, Oliver Henry, from the United Kingdom and Washington, D.C. Thanks, guys.
Information. Truth is freedom. Is Newsmax. It's real news for real people.